My, how the tides have changed. I've heard so many people tell me I'm just gonna stick with stocks. You know, they're less volatile when I'm talking about crypto to them. But this basically shows here that that's not always the case. We live in a very interesting time right now because although crypto was actually born in a recession, since maturing to the point that it is now, it has actually never seen a recession. And that's why I've said before, we might see lows that aren't, what the pattern shows on the charts, because normally you can kind of see where the low should be around, and in this time we can't really predict that as easily because we are in a recession as well. So we could see all-time lows versus what the normal trend of the lows versus the other cycles could actually be. But this is really cool because it shows the actual strength of crypto as not only being a hedge against inflation, but being a good place for a store of value. Because what this is showing here is that the money in the Dow Jones is seeing way bigger swings and potentially not as safe as the ones that are actually in Bitcoin. So this is very cool here. What this also tells me is that we might be near the bottom or even possibly at it. So because of that, what I am going to start doing is what's called spot buying, which, I have my fundamentally strong projects that I am very convinced will survive a bear market and reach all-time highs during the next bull market. I'm going to be buying those when they're actually down. So not when they're rallying. If they're up, I'm not touching it. I will buy them when they're down. If anything, take profits on those dead cat bounces and then buy back in when they come back down. And just keep doing that until we actually go to the next bull market, which I probably think is going to be at the next halvening, unless the Fed does change its pivot to a more dovish stance before then or turn the money printers back on. But again, that's just really temporary relief. So make sure you give me a like and a follow because I'm always talking about the projects that I think are going to survive, and you always want to stay in the loop. Let me know in the comments what you guys think as well, and everybody hodl strong.